Alrighty guys, I'm over at the laptop, okay, in Design Space. Now what I was talking about earlier was hiding and maneuvering pieces in here, in Design Space, okay? Nothing right here is set in stone, okay? We can move pieces, we can, turn it around. I mean, we could turn it upside down if we wanted to. And the way you do that is you come over here. I'm so used to doing everything with my iPhone, okay? And you will hit that little eye, okay? And then you will come down and you will hit the other. Hit the next one. Hit the next one. Hit the next one. All you're doing is hiding what you don't want to cut, okay? So we'll keep going. And we'll keep going until we just have the gown itself. Okay? So the gown itself is all we want to cut right now. Alright? So I'm going to go grab a black piece of cardstock and I shall be right back. Okay, so we have this piece, which is the gown. Okay? And it's not asking for the scoring tool. You can use the scoring tool if you want to. It's a different setting, but we're just going to go ahead and do it the way it says we're going to do it. Okay? So we have our black cardstock. Alright? And we want to go over here and we want to hit make it. Now keep in mind, we hid everything else and we're going to bring it back and move it after we're done doing this. Okay? And then it's going to go ahead and we're going to hit continue. Then it will ask us for our material. I always just go to browse all material. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go down to cardstock. Let's see if we can, I think it's up here somewhere. Okay. We're going to use value cardstock. So we'll hit that and we'll hit done. Okay. Then we're going to go ahead and hit the flashing button so it loads the material. Okay. All we need is the fine point blade, so we're just going to do it this way, and we're going to hit the flashing C. Okay, and then it's going to cut. And this is just the gown part. My green mat is not very sticky, hence the frog tape, the painter's tape. Okay, so now we'll unload this. I'll pop these out and be right back. Since we have this piece cut out now, we are going to hide it in its entirety. Okay, so we'll come down to those three dots here, click it once, and it should say, oh, we're not going to do it that way. I do it on my phone that way. What we're going to do is come over here and click this little eye. Okay, and now we're going to go over here and we're going to undo these pieces. Okay, you have to find the ones that match. All right, and I'm going to load the paper with this color and I'll be back. Okay, the cardstock is on the mat. Now, you can move these over, which is what I want to do. I want to take and move these over, just like this. Okay? And then we're going to take and put a square here. And we're going to go ahead and attach them together. This way they will cut together. Oops. Okay. Okay. Let's go ahead and group these together. Okay, now it should be one, okay? So now we're going to go ahead and we're going to go make it. Of course, we're going to put our material here in the machine. Okay, and then we're going to hit make. Okay, and we're going to go through the same thing again. And it's going to ask us, once we hit continue, it's going to ask us for set base material. This may take a moment. It always does on the laptop. I do most of my Cricut work with my phone, but when I'm filming tutorials and things like this, it's got to be done with the computer. And it's a little bit slow, so just give it a minute. Excuse the bike noise. Okay, so now we'll go down to browse all materials. I just like to do it this way. Okay, we're going to use value cardstock since it's 65 pound. We'll hit that and hit done. Okay, and then we'll come over here and we'll press the button so it loads the machine. And then we're still on custom on the dial, okay, which is why we had to choose a material. Okay, hit the flashing red, the flashing C, and it should cut out these two pieces here. Okay, that's that for that. We'll unload the paper, pop these two pieces out, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now we're going to cut the insert and we're going to cut the tassel, okay? And this is like the little part of the credit card or money or whatever, but they can just take that out and replace it with a gift card or credit card or money, okay? So we're using the same color we just used, we just turned it around so we don't waste paper, okay? Now what we want to do is we want to get these together in that square there. Okay. And you can look down here, and what you want to do is group them together so they cut both at the same time. Okay, so now we'll go over here to make, hit that. That's gonna cut the tassel. Okay, so hit continue. Then of course we're gonna browse all materials. And we're gonna select our cardstock, which is value cardstock, 65 pound. Hit done. Remember, hit the flashing arrow. Then you'll hit the C. I have to hold this. So. Okay. Let me stop and I'll come back and pop that out. Okay, now we're going to cut the insert. So we're going to go ahead and press the button to load the paper into the machine. And then once the flashing C, we'll hit that, and it'll be cutting our insert. Okay. And we'll unload, and I'll pop it out. Now you see where that is? Okay, I've hidden all the other attributes here. Okay, all you want to do to move this is just click on it. Okay, I need this to be way over here. Okay, and that's what I was talking about earlier. So let me go ahead and get the paper on the mat, and I'll be right back. We've got the paper on the mat here, the cardstock on the mat, and we're going to go ahead and hit make. Okay. And we're going to run through the same thing here. We're going to hit continue, Let's move this down just a little bit. Remember, I said everything in Design Space is not set in stone. You can move it anywhere you like. Now see, I only have X amount of inches of paper there, so I had to move it all the way to the left. So we're gonna hit, there it is, we're gonna hit continue. It'll ask us to load base material. Now, if you don't want to go through that, you can just turn it to cardstock and just leave it there. And I just like to use a different type of cardstock sometimes, so that's why I just leave it on custom. Okay, so this will go here in just a second. Make sure the machine is connected here, the Bluetooth. Sometimes it takes a minute. There we go. Okay, so we'll browse all materials, and of course we're going to use value cardstock and hit done. And of course come back over here, load the cardstock into the machine. You'll see the flashing C. We'll hit that. Okay, so that's done, and I'm going to go ahead and pop it out, and I'll be right back. Okay, now this cap was down here, okay, but I need it to be somewhere up here, so just want to move it there, and now we have the paper or the cardstock there, and we're just going to go up here and hit make. Okay, still on the custom setting, okay. You can change it to cardstock because that's what you're using here, 65-pound cardstock. So if you don't want to go through all that trouble of, you know, selecting your materials and all that like I'm doing here and waiting for it with the computer. This computer's just a little bit slow. We don't really use it that much, and so hopefully it'll get going here in a moment. It's really slow using with the Cricut. Make sure my machine is connected here. I don't know, sometimes the Bluetooth likes to play games on this thing. Okay, here we go. So I'll go over here to browse on. It would be easier if I just selected cardstock on the dial. Okay, but I like to use different mediums of cardstock. So value cardstock, hit done. Let me press this flashing button here to load the mat. When you see the flashing C, you press it, and we should have a graduation cap here in just 1 second. Okay, we'll unload the mat as soon as we see the flashing light, and I'll be right back. And these will be the very last pieces to be cut. Okay, we have the cardstock on the mat. Okay, these have been grouped together. Okay, as you can see, we're just gonna go over here and hit make. Okay, come down here to continue. It'll ask us about the material, and we'll select it as soon as it comes up. Okay, browse all materials. Select value cardstock, hit done. Over here, like that, so it loads the material. And once we see the flashing C, we hit it. And we should have our last 2 pieces. 3 pieces, including the hole at the top for the cap. Okay, so that's how you move these, and that's how you cut these, and now we're gonna go assemble.
ignite your soul. Colors flash, they